Welcome to CrooksCast, episode 1.
Episode 1.
We're here today with
Frank, captain of Crooks, PA.
Nick, retired crook.
This is
Go ahead, Steve.
Steve Cooper, new crook, captain of Jersey.
I'm Mac Rizard. I'm owner of the NJ Crooks.
I'm Jake. I'm the other owner of the New Jersey Crooks.
So
And then Tyler, did you even?
No,
Yeah,
everybody
you
knows.
just
Go
They
ahead.
know who
They
you
all
are.
know you.
They know who you
They
are.
know you.
You know.
If you don't,
know
by the
that.
way, this is Freight Train. I'm sure you'll meet him on the field if you play in the PA League.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're kind of doing this as
This thing is sweaty for me.
a podcast of the off seasons, the acquisitions we picked up, how we're the only team to have 2 teams in
And a
each
store.
league.
Yeah, baby.
And a store.
You can get your Crooks merch on Squad Locker. Check out our Facebooks, both Facebooks, Instagram, YouTube. This will be posted to YouTube and Facebook, I believe, right?
Yeah. I'll probably do both, yeah.
And a store.
So, anyway, we're gonna break it down. I'll let Frank and Tyler talk about the PA team and their acquisitions and the kids they picked up, and then
Start.
yeah,
Yeah, you can go over
what
the-
you guys think, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
What you guys think the season's going to be. I know we don't have schedules or anything yet, but
We know who we got week
you
one.
know who you're playing.
Yeah, you know week one.
Teams are locked
Big
in.
new fins.
Teams are locked in by now, so you know who's in. So let's hear it. Let's see what.
They're Frank.
Nah, we'll start with our pickups.
Right. Just
Yeah.
start.
I mean, we got some key pickups this year.
Right.
Starting with new quarterback Ben Weber,
Gonna be
Ben
MVP.
Weber, yeah.
gonna be MVP of the league.
Big
Just saying,
pickup.
throwing it out there. Got our boy Sean to come back. Love you, Sean. Adding
Scott's back.
some deep
You
depth.
got Scott.
Deep
Scott's
depth,
back.
yeah.
Yep.
Original OG with
Scott
me.
Miller, we appreciate you.
Dude. That's a big pickup for y'all.
Yeah,
It really
that
is.
was.
They all
Facts.
3
All
of
of
them.
them.
All
Facts,
3 of them.
facts.
That was a big piece we were working on, and,
Yeah.
and we knew they ended up wanting to play together, so we knew
Yeah.
knew
All
pretty
that
much
whole
if
group
we
of
got,
guys. Yeah. Facts.
we
You
got
one
one
of
of
them. You
them
got all of
again.
them.
Yeah.
Facts.
Absolutely.
which is great.
Facts.
And their bond.
You know who else is another good pickup for you guys this year is Pop.
Yep,
Pop
Pop
City.
City.
that was on my
City
list.
that-
Pop City,
And,
No more
baby.
gang.
and not,
Dang.
nothing against you,
Yeah.
and I know you're retired, but Pop fills that role that
Oh,
yeah.
he walks out of
Definitely.
perfectly, I think.
Yep,
No more
right
gang
in
gang.
there.
Also-
Makes me a little happier
Pop's
knowing
little-
Right.
someone's like
Right,
there
right.
taking that position
Yeah.
with.
Yeah. Pop was
Pop's a little fucking meatball.
Yeah.
That man's all
Fucking
over the
meatball.
place.
But
Jimmy.
he's so energetic.
Yeah.
Jimmy's a good
Jimmy
pickup.
Faulkner.
Yeah.
Got Jimmy, good safety, great safety. He's
Gabe
been
doesn't
showing
look like
up
a terrorist,
all
but Gabe
season.
is a great
Gabe is
pickup.
good.
Gabe does look like a
Gabe does look like a terrorist.
Does look
Nah,
like a terrorist.
Jimmy's been kicking ass all off season, so I'm excited to have him out there.
Today we just picked up a new lineman,
Who's that?
Luke Teixeira.
Okay.
If y'all don't know him, he played
Tex.
for
Tex.
yeah, he played for Pius X,
There you go.
and
Yeah,
he
he's
played at
solid.
ESU, and the man just holds it
He's
down.
dead.
Yeah.
Big boy, right? Big boy.
He's
Excited to get him out
good
there
as
more.
hell.
Big boy.
He's good as
good.
hell.
He's positive as shit too.
And not to
In the huddle, he
not to
claps.
sound like everybody else, but like that's really what y'all were missing
Yeah.
as an offensive line.
Yeah,
So if
for
you
sure.
if you even have one dude come in and hold it down to where you and Taino can rotate, or you and
Yeah, we got
whoever
the
can
line down.
rotate,
That's what we've been
it's
stressing
gonna
about.
be. As long as you
It's-
can give Ben time, Ben's gonna do it.
The only
Ben's gonna do
the
it.
only lineman
Right.
playing both ways is
right,
me.
Right.
I'm playing
Yeah.
center,
Right.
then Nate's playing guard,
Yeah.
and then this new guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna
That's
be
That's
solid.
dope.
That's gonna be
That's dope.
way
Yeah.
more solid than last
And
year.
Ben,
good
the
pick.
only reason I moved to center is because Ben told me he loves the
It's-
connection me and him have. And
So
then
we've said
Nate
it.
is better at guard.
Yeah.
Way better at guard.
Yeah, and Nate coming back is
Yeah.
another huge pickup.
Yep.
Like, how do you forget Nate? Nate's been with us
Nate
since
is
the
four
beginning.
seasons.
Nate's a
always been
savage.
good.
And
Yeah.
Nate for those 4 seasons was
Nate's
our
good.
best lineman, hands
Yep.
down.
Yeah.
When
Still
you were
got a
not
couple
on the
names to
field,
go
when you were
through.
not on the field, he was our best lineman.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
our most consistent lineman every
Yeah.
week.
Nate will go in the trenches with anybody.
Right.
That's the thing. So we picked up Jihad, or Eli, he likes to go by, from Wolfpack. I think he's gonna be a good backup for Garrett. He's a good blocker. He's smart with the game. He
That's
knows
another
what to
guy, Garrett DeBoer,
Yep.
Yeah.
aka Flannel, as everybody knows him nowadays.
Flannel.
My man wears the
We
flannel.
got flannel.
And
We
he
got
wears it
pajamas.
good.
You know who slept on a lot on the PA team? Brad, man.
Yeah.
Brad slept
I
on.
know. I
heavy.
say that all the
That's why
time.
you get so bad.
Brad is
Wow.
Brad is slept on so
That-
heavy in this league. How do you? The first year we were Crooks, he was right behind Sean in picks.
Yeah,
they
Sean
were
Brown.
And nobody knew who he
Yeah.
was.
Mhm.
Like, how does that happen?
Yeah.
How does that happen at all? Like, he's just a stud, and he's gotten better every year.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah.
And
And he gets better, and his confidence level
Right.
gets stronger.
Right.
And that helps
I
us
think
out.
I think the one thing that might hurt you guys is chemistry, because you guys haven't really played together.
I don't know.
Yet, right?
We all.
I mean, the good thing about it is you do have guys
No,
like Ben
here,
and Sean
hold
and
on.
Scott that
I'll
have
tell
all
you-
play
I'll
in
tell you-
tournaments
I'll
together
tell
in the
you,
off season.
The thing that separates is we're all young.
Right.
We all have the same drive.
Right, and that's the thing though. Like, okay, you guys are projected to be a high level team in the PA this year, right?
Absolutely.
So
You gotta
it's
be.
chip or bust,
It's not the
right?
thing,
It's
right?
chip or bust
It's
for you
crazy.
guys this year. You would say that, right?
Not chip or bust, but
I wouldn't say
Not
bust.
chip or bust, but you
but
want to be
there's-
in the game,
yeah,
or
expect to be in the
or
hopes,
sem or play. You know what I mean? Or semifinals.
Yeah, you got to play in the playoffs.
It's not to
this
knock
year.
where
But what
we
I'm gonna
make it
say
to,
is,
but
the
and
bust
you
is
see
you
it,
guys
you
don't
see it
make the
around
playoffs.
the PA league a lot since I've been in the league.
yeah.
Guys go from team to team every year.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys got to
Absolutely.
stay together. You're
I'm hoping that
the
this is
oldest
where
guy on your
everybody's
team
home
is what, 30, 31, 32?
Pop City now in third.
And Jimmy's up there. No
Jimmy.
offense, Jimmy and Pop, but you
I'm
guys
sure
are
that
over.
are the linemen.
Yeah, you gotta say
What's his
something.
name?
Oh,
But if y'all can stay
Jackson,
together
I'll
for the
say,
next
yeah, he's
3,
pretty young.
4, 5 years,
Mhm.
who knows what's gonna happen?
Right.
Who's
Yeah.
to say how many it goes off for?
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Which is
absolutely.
great.
I'm
And-
hoping
and-
that's where they find their homes here.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Honestly, like Ben doesn't even seem worried, like because we do have chemistry.
Right.
Hey, even like I didn't know how me and Ben were gonna go together because I've never played with him, and me and Sean always had a problem with Ben until he's on our team, and now
Those-
we love Ben.
Those guys are
And
gonna come out.
our connection, honestly, I'd
Tell
say
you
it's
after
pretty
the
solid.
podcast what happened.
I'd say it's pretty solid, which
I
is
think-
good.
I think those guys, and I've played with
Document.
all those guys except Scott and Ben.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I know they have that attitude that Sean has, that
Yeah.
they're gonna come and they're gonna bring their game every week, and
Uh-huh.
they're gonna give it 100.
And the best, and
the best part is they want to win,
that, and they have
and they want to
playoff
win now.
experience.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
They all have
Right.
playoff experience,
Right.
and whatnot better than
And
that.
I
Yeah.
know it was only for one season, but I think Sean leaving and coming back and just even getting that playoff experience with
Yeah.
with the outsiders last
I
year,
think it was good.
it helped
Yeah.
him a lot. You can
Like, it
you can
helped him
tell,
grow more
right?
as
You
a
can
player,
right?
of course.
He
Yeah.
grew a lot as a player
Yeah.
and a person.
I think the Crooks as a brand has grown
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
entirely in. I mean, it's the long off season. What is it? 4 months in the off season.
Yeah.
The long
Yeah.
off season.
Yeah.
But to think that we recruited how many guys to PA, and
60.
then
And then a
rostered
whole New
another
Jersey
whole
team.
30-man team in New
Yeah.
Jersey.
Yeah.
60
That's
people.
Like
Impressive.
the work that all of us have put in
Mm-hmm.
is ridiculous.
Oh, we forgot a player.
No, we still got a few.
Paul.
Hold on. Well, we got Bryce came back,
Bryce
new
came
and
back.
improved.
Bryce
New
did
and
come
New
back.
and improved.
Skinny Bryce.
Skinny
Yeah,
Bryce.
Skinny
Legs.
Bryce.
Still an animal out there.
Still
though.
an animal.
Still doing his
And it
thing.
also helps that Tax used to coach him. So
Yeah, exactly.
He ain't gonna play like
Yeah.
a slouch with him by his side.
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
Camo White,
Got camo. Yeah.
that Camo. He's a
Camo's
good.
big pickup.
He's
yeah.
a good pickup and
Shifty kid.
He's
He's real
shifty.
fast.
He's fast.
Yeah, real fast.
And,
no reason.
Great feet.
He's used to
Yeah.
being on a big stage. Mike.
Mike
Mike
McCradle,
Mike McCradle.
Yep.
Wreckers, Rebels.
Right.
That's where he came from. He's
Yeah.
a legend.
I haven't
Rebels.
personally played with him yet, but I heard a lot of great things about him, and we already
Same.
talked. He likes all my memes and shit on Facebook. So
We cool.
That's a winner right
Yeah.
there.
There it is.
Paul, I don't know Paul's last name.
Me neither.
Paul kind of showed up a couple weeks ago. I don't think I was there when he first came.
No.
I was training or something.
Yeah.
And then I came and I saw him last week, and instantly we just basically one-on-one team. He's a great corner. He can get his touches at wide receiver. He's a solid,
Very
smart
humble.
player. Very humble. Doesn't argue anything. Just tries to help the team out, better the team.
Yep.
You guys will like him if you
Yeah.
meet him. He's
We'll
He's
a
probably
really
one
good
of
we'll
the
meet him
dude.
at some point.
You
He's a
want
good
him
dude.
too.
Yeah.
The dude literally showed up to a game. We inter-scrimmaged. He mossed 2 of our wide receivers on our team. And before he hit the ground, threw it back to the defender, and he scored a touchdown.
Oh, wow.
So after he did all that, I was like, yeah, you're hired.
That's another thing that
Got a contract.
that
I already signed
that
it.
we've never. I don't think we've ever had on a Crooks team is the ball awareness.
People looking for
Pitches.
It's
That's
gotta-
gonna change
yeah,
everything, bro.
yeah.
That changes the
flag.
Watch out.
Really start doing in Jersey.
and
Never mind. We
and
don't
all
do that.
those guys that you picked up know
Where
how
everybody's
to do
gonna be.
it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
And if he ever shows up,
I know who you're
I
talking
know exactly what he's talking about too.
I've heard of him. As
Legend.
far as I know, he's a fucking ghost because I ain't never seen this man in my life. I've seen highlights. I text him.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
CEO Worley, my man. I've heard good things about you. I heard
That's
you're
about it.
I heard you're a great
Great
linebacker.
things
But
about
that's
you.
all I
Love to
can
meet
say
you.
because I've never met you in my life.
We'd love to see you. Make sure you verify you exist.
I hope you're not
We're
Ubering
getting
from
catfished.
Philly.
Yeah,
That's a lot of
catfish.
money.
Catfishing.
Yeah, you better not be catfishing us.
He's gonna come in, he's gonna be a 400-pound lineman.
Because that Gabe, you're off the team for wasting our fucking time. We got this
That's
man in
funny.
Jersey too, so
I hope we got him for his eyes.
I hope we got somebody to fit in that jersey.
He's gonna come in just run. Like everybody's gonna be like, what the hell?
That's great.
Are we missing anybody? Is there anybody else that doesn't have Facebook that we have? I don't think we're missing anybody.
So.
No,
Not that I can think of. I don't know your team.
Good old freight train.
Yeah, I think that's it. But basically, all of our pickups were solid pickups. We
Yeah.
smart
Smart
about
pickups.
them.
Huge pickup.
Right. Huge pickups.
Smart about them. Everybody's gonna have a hand in the season for sure.
Facts.
So
Facts.
pretty darn excited.
Yeah.
All right, how about New Jersey?
We were
you
gonna
guys
do
know
Nick next
Jersey?
since he's a
No,
PA
wait on
cook,
him.
and
Yeah,
then
we should talk about Jersey a little bit.
Yeah, you wanna talk
we should
about
talk
Talk about New
a
Jersey,
little
and then we'll
bit.
talk
Yeah.
about Mr. Retirement.
We
All
gotta
right,
go crazy
so
in
so for
Jersey.
those of you that don't know, we have more than just the PA Crooks. We also have New Jersey Crooks,
Yes, sir.
and that's run by me and this man right here, Jake Maxwell.
Everybody knows this man.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know him, they call him Pajamas, aka Baby Bird. And this is Stevie Cleaver. This is one of our captains. Stevie plays tight end and
Linebacker and
does everything for us.
plays
pretty much.
everything. Yeah, really.
Honestly,
Um,
he
Might be down as athlete.
He's already down as athlete.
But yeah, we were able to field
The man.
How many
myth,
guys?
The legend.
27,
I think
28 guys.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
25.
We were able to
something
field
around there,
28
yeah.
guys in the offseason.
Mind you, it was pretty quick.
It was.
Yeah, it was
It's
very
pretty
quick.
fucking quick.
To be
Yeah,
honest with you,
fast.
we started scrimmaging we actually held our first practice in.
It was cold.
Actually, it
Yeah,
was
it's
the
not
first
cold.
week
Same
of.
last
It was the first
How
week.
much I've
January.
struggled. I've struggled to field guys. And
The
then
first
he
week we
goes to New
practiced
Jersey, has a
was
full team by the next
championship
day.
Sunday,
I'm like,
and that
Yeah.
fall season was
Yeah.
the first weekend we
Mhm.
practiced. So we've definitely picked guys up along the way. You know, that always happens with new
Yeah.
teams.
I saw new guys
Um,
this week.
For those of
Yeah.
you that don't follow XFFL New Jersey, go follow that. For those of you that
Facts.
don't follow
On
XFFL
everything. Instagram, Facebook.
PA, go
Yeah.
follow that. Follow the Backwoods Crooks. Follow NJ Crooks.
If you follow one, you can always find the other on that.
Yeah.
Facts.
absolutely. Yeah.
Follow us on YouTube. New Jersey Crooks. We ended up being sponsored, which really helped us a lot. We want to shout out pepperexplosion.com.
Yeah.
appreciate
spicy,
that.
spicy.
Right.
Go get your
They're
sheet.
they're a wholesale hot sauce marketing place. If you ever seen Hot Ones, they pretty much produce all the hot sauces on that. So go give them a follow and check them out.
fun fact.
They help tremendously with the establishment of the NJ Crooks.
Yeah.
Very
He
much
makes
so.
a
So
huge
so
choice.
thank you very much for that.
Love you.
Right leg.
Here I am
Yeah.
putting out
So
all
so
the-
we've been scrimming since when would you say, Stevie? Our first scrimmage was February.
Yeah, I think it was like
Fe-
the very
February.
end.
We took that big
yeah,
fat
very end
L.
of January, maybe February.
So
we scrimmaged you guys,
yeah,
didn't we?
yeah,
I was gonna say it was in
we
January.
did scrimmage.
Took that
We did
big
scrimmage
fat L.
I
the
was gonna
the
say it
PA
was
Crooks a
January.
couple times before we
went to
took it
Wales.
to the league and started scrimmaging teams
is
in
smart.
New Jersey,
That's
which
smart.
which as a
Yeah,
brand
you gotta
is
get
very
it,
smart.
yeah.
Why would we?
You gotta
you
get in
you
as
had
much
all those
football as
pieces
possible.
and we were a new team. With
It's
all the
very
experience you
helpful
have
for us.
on your team, why would we not use
Yeah.
you to help
Yeah.
us the first couple weeks? You know
It
what I mean?
definitely
Like,
helped us a
as
lot.
as a brand being established.
Humbled you fast.
Right. For you to, I mean, I'm
No,
not
no,
going to
no,
say
no,
scores,
no,
but
no,
for
no.
you to come out
No, yeah.
week one and beat us the way you beat us. I mean, the first time we played, it wasn't a blowout.
It was 14-7.
It wasn't a blowout at all.
No.
And you beat us on the fucking pitch, which I had never seen in my life. And you both watched me
I've
walk
never
off
seen it
mad
until it
as,
happened.
watch
I
me
was
walk
so
off
mad.
mad as fuck, right?
So mad.
So
They got
you guys
I mean, no, that
Like-
that definitely helped us a lot.
I mean, you had your normal arguments that happen in scrimmages,
Yeah,
and
right,
games,
right.
But we did try to help them out the
No,
best
yeah.
way.
A lot of us were like new.
Right.
To
Yeah.
flag itself
We do
and
have a
the
lot of
league.
guys that have no flag experience at all.
Yeah.
Really coming into it, we
Long
took
tackling.
a few guys from PA that didn't want to
Went on that day.
either play in PA or wanted
And
it
they
was
wanted to
closer
buy
for
in
them.
what you guys were
Right,
doing too.
exactly.
Yeah.
So we dipped our hand a little bit in PA, took some guys, and was pretty much like, for those of you that want to come hop on board. And we had a lot of guys that were like, yeah, we want to hop on board. We want to do this flag shit. So that was awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
Stevie's been with us since pretty much
Yeah,
day
he was
one.
number one draft
Right,
pick.
number one draft pick.
Number one draft
One of the
pick.
first-
That's why you're an athlete.
One of the
them
first
jerseys
dudes I
up.
picked up. For those of you that don't know this man in XFFL New
You
Jersey,
will.
you will by the
Yeah,
end of the
you
year.
will.
I will
You
tell
got
you
last,
that.
man.
You'll hear that.
He's lying.
Pretty much, we got a bunch of guys that we come to work every week and we learn.
Let's
We
talk
learn
about
every
some new
week.
pickups.
New pickups. I
Let's-
mean,
Let's talk about it.
the Garras, that's it.
No.
Brian Guerra, he's a huge pickup.
Yeah.
He brings a lot of speed. Mark Apgar, he brings talent on both sides of the
Everybody
field.
knows. You
yeah.
guys
Hold
know
on.
Marky.
I'll tell you, the lineman, offensive lineman of the year is going to this man, Ricky Hernandez.
Ricky.
Right.
Pacheco.
Right, Pacheco.
Big
Listen,
pickup.
for those of you that lack offensive line, y'all don't want the New Jersey line to come back to PA. You don't want that to happen. I will tell you that right now. The guys that we have on our line in New Jersey, I will go out on a limb and say we're going to be one of the better offensive lines in the league.
We should
That
be.
top three.
We should be.
Top
yeah.
three, top four. You know the boys have a good offensive line. You know the Bolts are going to have a good
Oh, yeah, they're
offensive
out-
line.
they're definitely gonna have a good line.
And I haven't seen a lot of other teams, but we
Saints- the
played
Saints-
this. We played the Saints.
They
The
don't have
Saints'
a bad
offensive
line.
line isn't terrible,
Yeah,
but
no, they
I
have
don't
a bad
think
line.
they're like us, built
Who
like
we
us.
played last weekend?
We played the Outsiders last week,
Yeah, they were good.
and
They're
their offensive
Yeah.
line is decent
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
I mean,
What's
I
his
just think our
what really messed me up last week was Joe Johnson not playing quarterback. Joe Johnson,
That
I
was
think.
weird.
I think
He
you
didn't
should
play
go back to
quarterback?
playing quarterback.
No, it was weird, but he was good where
He was good where he was
He
at.
balled out, though.
He had
Yeah,
that kid that
something
played
like
last
11,
year,
number
number
11.
11. I don't know his name.
Yeah.
Carson
Joe
Wentz.
balled out though. Joe
Yeah,
balled
Joe
out.
balled
The
out.
quarterback threw some good balls too.
Mike balled out. Mike, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, but you ball out. You're a
Cerrone, is that
baller.
his name, right? Is that-
Cerrone?
Is it?
Cerrone, yeah, maybe.
Is that how you? I don't know. How to pronounce it. He
But no,
balled
that
out,
you know,
yeah.
the teams that came from PA to the New Jersey League are gonna be top tier teams.
Yeah.
Are gonna be the better teams, and that may be me going out on a long shot, but I don't know if the Saints are a new team, Thunder Guns are a new team, and I know they just picked up a bunch
I think
of guys.
Saints. Honestly, I think Saints gonna be one of the better new teams though that comes out.
Right.
It's gonna be all new
Yeah.
for a lot
Right,
of people in this
right.
league. There's a lot of new teams.
Technically,
But
we're
they're
all
trying to
new
do things
teams.
at quarterback
Yeah.
this week too.
we
Figuring
haven't
it out.
seen the OF. We haven't seen the OFG. We
No,
haven't seen none of
no.
them.
We haven't
So
seen,
Who's the
uh,
team that dropped out?
I
heard a team
think
dropped.
it was the Gators.
It might be.
Like that.
Dante
They fucked up our
Monaco's
cross
team.
play.
Dante Monaco's team.
You're on the chopping block.
They fucked up our crossplay.
Really?
Cut.
Yeah, because they were.
So we're not doing crossplay.
No, but we're doing a championship game versus championship.
Okay,
Like,
so
so
then no
championship winner
crossplay.
versus championship
That's
winner.
fucking cool.
Because
What?
that team dropped
We're gonna
out.
have to
Yeah.
do that.
Unless we don't have
We
enough
were
to
gonna do
it.
crossplay.
Sounds
like
Yeah,
it's
gotcha.
Just mean Crooks versus Crooks, right?
So
It might be Crooks versus Crooks.
That would be fucked up.
wait for the
Might
cross
happen.
game.
But I love
Not for the
that.
championship.
Might happen.
Oh yeah, maybe. Dude, I'm
know what's
I'm very
ironic?
humble.
No,
I expect us to be a playoff team, but
No, we're going.
let's get real. If you break down rosters and you look at the Bolts roster and you look at the Bullies roster
Trash.
and you look
Stop.
those, I would say those are the top two teams that I've seen
Yeah,
right now.
absolutely.
The Bullies
I
picked
agree.
up
Bulls
John
have a great
Cease,
roster.
Chris Holland,
Yep.
Femi, I believe.
Yep.
How do you say the last name?
I have no clue, so
Not
I'm
gonna
not
try
even gonna try.
Amendola?
And,
Femi.
and another, I think,
Femi?
offensive lineman. What's the offensive lineman they picked up?
I don't know.
But I think those
Who's that dude playing running back?
Obvious-
Did you say him?
That's
Joe, but you gotta figure Storm's gonna be there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
But you gotta
That
figure
guy's
the
a good
Bolts with
spell.
Cello go into the Bolts. Stevie going to the Bolts, Dylan coming back,
I didn't know.
Bill coming back.
Yeah.
They got BIA.
They got
guys
they're
Wow.
loaded, bro. They're
Yeah.
loaded.
just to
It's
win an easy chip.
just
Yeah.
pretty much. But it is what it is. I expect us to be a playoff team.
Stay humble.
I don't know about you.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
I
About you.
expect that
I-
fully.
But-
I think so. I think
Yeah.
confidently.
We
should
are the
spread.
best. Let me
I
tell
really
you,
think
for
we should.
Bucks.
we are the
Sorry,
best people because we're taking the Finns week 1, and you guys are taking the
Right.
Bucks week 1.
And we
Hopefully,
requested
yeah.
that. Just know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Just know that when you see this, they requested Finn's week 1 and we requested Bolts week 1.
Yep.
Just so we're clear on that.
Match
sir.
intensity hard.
Right. We want to play the best right off the rip. We want to come out and either make a statement or, in our case,
Find out where we are.
find out where we're at. And for them, I believe it's the same thing.
Yep.
If you come out and you get beat by the Finns, which is a possibility,
It's definitely
it's
possible.
always a possibility.
I'd rather play them week
But you'd
one.
rather play them week 1 and get the
See what
best
happens.
of the
then
best,
instead
everyone
of like
fresh.
week 8 when they
Because
pick
you
their
know,
stuff.
you know, week 1 everyone's gonna come, so you don't want to hear the fucking excuse. Oh, none of my guys showed up. They were at UFFL or whatever fucking
Yeah.
other league they play in. You don't want that excuse. You want the best team right off the rip, and that's exactly what
And it
we
makes
We
you-
all talked about.
It makes you better when you
Right.
play a team that's been around.
Right.
Yeah, you play them week 1. You see what you need to improve on. You improve on it, and then when you see them again in playoffs or in
And
the
it
season,
calls
then
for a better game, you know?
there you go. So, that's not saying they're gonna win because, fuck you. But
So,
I'm excited.
going back to PA, who would be? I mean, obviously, we know if you're a Crook, you know this. Who would be some key players for you? Like, who do you think is going to be a breakout player for you? Like, even if it's you say, okay, Ben winning an MVP, like that's he's a top tier player, but taking his game to another level. Like,
Yeah.
I will say,
who would you say one of your?
what
Give me
everybody's-
2 or 3 players from your team.
Well, what I feel Ben Weber's going to play the best football he's played ever.
Right.
Just
I
because
also
of the
agree.
leadership.
I think so.
The leadership
So-
I run and the leadership Frank helps me with
Right.
is different than everybody in the league.
Right.
We have high expectations, but we want you to have fun first.
Right.
Yeah.
And Ben's comfortable. Ben's like us, he's as young as we are, and we're all like a family, And
Well, that's
I
that's
feel,
what the Crooks is.
and that's what he lacked. He played for prime time, and they were all more, I gotta win a chip, I gotta win a chip. No, the
Right.
chip will come. You gotta win
Right.
games. And then with BMS, they expected so much from him because he was one of their best players.
You got to
He
think
is.
though, Ben coming in that year on primetime, they came off a chip in the following season.
Yeah.
So they expected a lot out of him.
Yeah.
And I think I don't want to say the pressure got to him because I've seen Ben play many of times and I don't think he folds under pressure at all. But I think they relied on him more than
Yes.
they should have.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think they thought, Ben's arm's gonna throw me a chip and it doesn't matter who he's throwing it to. As
Right.
long as
Yeah.
Ben's throwing it to him, it doesn't matter who he's
And the
throwing
difference,
it to.
and the difference too is me and Frank literally looked at Ben and we said, "This offense is yours.
Right.
Do what you
Right.
do best." And
And the people trust Ben.
Right.
They
and that's the
respect
thing.
him.
Right.
A lot primetime never really trusted Ben.
He's a
They'll-
low key veteran. He's been.
They'll,
He's in, yeah, he's
they'll
been
tell
around
you.
for a minute.
Yeah.
Primetime will tell you they trusted him. No, they
Yeah.
didn't. Primetime did not give him full
Right.
responsibility. Where they bench him when things got tough. You
Yeah.
didn't
I've
do that.
never
Yeah.
seen them. I've never seen Ben Weber in the time I've been in the league, even BMS when we were the Night Riders. I've never seen Ben Weber be benched at any position.
He was benched for.
I've never seen. Have you? Have you ever until
till
that
prime
time in
time.
prime time? Have you? You were with us then.
Not till
No.
prime time.
Have you ever seen him be benched?
I was just more
So
all
did-
that you said. Night. What was it called?
Night Riders.
Night Riders. Yeah, I forget all about that.
I got my shirt.
I don't even know what
Is
that
it
team
still
was.
half ripped?
Yeah, that's all ripped on the sides.
All right.
But
That's
so
topic now.
But I've never seen him be benched before. So
No
how do you
joke.
take a talent like that off the
Joke.
field and then
Right.
expect him to be like, "Oh, I need you to come win me a chip"?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing is because he's ready. He believes in what me and him do.
Right.
And he believes in everybody around him.
Right.
And now that he has full responsibility, he's going to take it to the
Listen,
next
I
level.
think the weapons that you picked up, because we talked about players that you picked up. Let's not forget about who you still have.
Still have.
moving
Right.
Mario to wide
Moving
receiver
Mario to
was
wide
the best
receiver.
thing
Wide
for the
receiver.
Crooks.
Letting Josh play both ways every now and then. You know what I mean?
Given
Lockdown corner if you need him. He can come play the slot if you need him to. The guys that you kept were
We're ready.
Right, we're ready.
We're ready. They had to get that
and
first
those guys. And I'm not saying anything against you because your
Yeah.
schedule conflicts, and we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But it's like the guys that stayed with us and didn't leave throughout the entire process. You've been with us. You've been our
Day one.
You guys probably can't see him.
You should
Zach's
get
over
over
But this is our mascot.
Get
This
up-
has
you
been
gotta
our
get a little
mascot
closer.
since day one.
You're gonna have to get a
He's
little
our guy.
closer.
He's been with us since day
Come
one.
here, Jack.
It's
Steve Callan.
right. The guy,
Steve,
Taino,
Taino,
Brad.
Brad.
Those
They're
guys,
key players.
they deserve what is about to come their way.
Yeah.
Yes.
They do. They really do. Sean coming home, and now Sean's gonna come home, and we're a top tier team.
I'm ready.
Like, not to ever doubt ourselves, but did you think? What are we? 3 seasons in?
Yep.
3 seasons
Yeah.
in the Crooks. We played a spring, a fall, and now we're about to play a spring again.
We went 5-5.
Would you think we would be at the position we're in?
No.
Never, right?
I didn't.
Would you?
To be honest.
No.
And I'm not trying to leave you out,
No, yeah.
but you're newer.
no, yeah.
We've
Very
been
new.
we've been around a minute. Would you? Did you ever think it would come
I
to
was
this?
kind of pissed at
I-
my
As
Yeah,
a,
I didn't
as a retired player, did you ever think it would
honestly,
come to this?
like I was thinking about holding off on work for a little bit on that shit just to play football.
I love it. I
That's
love it.
serious. Just how much I miss it. I was
Right.
standing on the field. I was pissed
Yeah,
watching you
yeah.
guys scrimmage and shit because I'm just standing there watching,
Yeah.
trying to like pick out little mistakes
He
and talk to
messes me a
people.
lot. Yeah.
And
Blame me for
I
not
miss
bringing
it.
you back.
Yeah.
but also money is a thing.
Right,
and
you gotta
money
work.
is a
And
necessity, so.
I feel like we understand that very well between the 5 of us. There's life before football. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like people, there is, isn't there not?
Yeah, I know, but
We're grown
Not
ass.
for Tyler.
We're grown
This is
ass
Tyler's
fucking men.
NFL.
We gotta work. We
Yeah.
got.
JJ, wow.
Some of us have kids. I mean, I'm the only one here that has a kid right now. But
Oh, I have kids.
shout out, I got another baby on the way coming too. So
Yes, congrats,
October,
Matt.
Grizzly baby number 2.
Yes,
Grizzly baby
sir.
number two.
Animal.
You know, gotta.
Big dog.
No, you don't have to cut that out.
You didn't show me.
Nah, it's just it's wild to think where we're at right now.
Yeah.
It was hard.
Two
There was a
teams,
lot of
a
teams.
store,
There was a lot of
two
times
teams, a
people wouldn't
store,
give up.
2 brands,
2 brands.
2 full rosters,
Yeah.
players that are coming to win, that believe in
And
what.
want to play
Right.
here.
And what's crazy?
Sponsorships.
crazy.
What's crazy is branching off. You guys believed the same thing I did, so it was easy to go. Yeah, go run your own team.
It was as soon as it was announced and I seen it was coming, I knew I could put 18 guys on the field.
Oh yeah.
I knew I could put 18 guys
Oh, yeah.
that were gonna come and play every day, and work their ass off, and follow what me and him were doing. And I have other captains that do that. He's a great leader on and off the field. He's a good leader on and off the field, and I kind of do it all. I don't know if people
Everything,
really.
yeah.
Right, everything's
not-
kind of
Chris runs
split.
it.
Everything's
Right.
not media
Couldn't
wise.
Right.
just win a chip in the
Social
blue
media,
streets,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Right. But I'm pretty much the day-to-day guy. Like, I'm the
Yeah.
day-to-day guy. Jake does all the media shit. He handled the money and shit.
Yeah.
But I feel like, and I don't know about you, but I feel like the other people we put into place, TJ Pandor,
Yeah.
Sitting
TJ
Jacob,
Vaughn,
Jake
great.
Boehm, or Bame, as he wants to call it. We call him Group, but
Fucking group.
I think those 2 guys, along with us 3, were great additions
No, yeah,
to,
it's great to have
be
those voices
captains.
in the room.
Right. You know, you got TJ. He's our quarterback.
Did it
Yeah.
again, dude.
You would want him to be a captain,
Yeah.
lead as he leads.
Be able to run the offense.
You're
Yeah.
the defense.
I will.
Yeah, TJ being you running the defense.
Yeah.
And then we announced Jake as a captain just because his experience,
Yeah.
really. Like,
Dang. Group.
and I think we've come up with fun ways to even just practice in the offseason.
just have a
the
good
flag
time.
pulling game we play. I think you guys would really benefit. Like that shit a lot
And-
because it
yeah.
keeps it competitive.
Yeah.
And it's like 3v3, you fucking can pick your own teams, and then you literally go at each other and try and pull each other's flags and
Yeah.
try and get away and shake somebody and make somebody fall. Like,
Yeah, it's fun.
we've done it once or twice, and we've had a lot of
Yeah,
fun doing
it's a
it.
capture
And
the flag
and you can
almost.
see it. You can see it immediately on the field how it helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys getting better
Right.
position and stuff.
Well, all in
Right.
all season, like as much football as possible.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
that's what you have to do.
Right.
And if you don't do that,
And-
you're not gonna move anywhere.
We were asking
And-
for scrimmages when people were telling us we
Exactly.
were crazy. They're
For
like,
real.
"Oh, we're
It's
waiting
like,
until the
what?
last
Oh
3
yeah,
weeks
there's
of the
ice
season."
on the field.
Yeah,
football,
we've
that,
been
that's
tired.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
And that's
And-
what separates us too. Is we're out there, snow,
ready to play.
sun.
It was
Right.
freezing the first
Yeah,
time we
worse.
scrimmed.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was.
It
freezing.
don't matter.
And the best part about it is you seen how it was today. You came and chilled with us this
Yeah.
morning. We have scrimmages at 11 o'clock we're at the field at 9 o'clock working.
Yeah.
Like, we're at the field. Well,
I
you're
wouldn't
not.
say working.
PA's not gonna talk about that.
You're not at the field. You're not at the field because you ain't on time to anything.
We ain't doing that.
But
Listen, when you're the owner, you do what you want. You know,
Facts.
that's why when Frank's like, "Yeah, we're wearing black," I'm wearing purple. You know,
welcome to Harvard.
because I'm doing what I want. You
Welcome to
know?
Harvard.
When you're the number one, you know.
That is
you-
No, but
I was
back,
the only one.
I'm
That's
not
why your
proud of
shirt's
my
always
jersey.
tight. You're throwing his shit on.
I'm pound for pound number one. He's pound for pound number two. You know. So,
back to what I was saying though. When they announced XFFL New Jersey, I knew I could put 18 guys on the field.
Yeah, easily.
But I never thought I'd have a roster at this point where it's about to be 2 weeks from week 1.
Yeah.
And I
getting here.
got 26, 27 dudes on my roster.
Yeah.
Solid, dude.
Like
We've
I
had
never
guys drop
thought that
balls.
that would
Yeah.
happen year 1.
And that's the
Because
thing too.
year 1,
didn't
how
think
many,
we were gonna
how many
make it
times
that
did we play
far,
both
to be
ways?
honest.
You went both ways.
Yeah.
You went both ways.
Lot.
I went both
I
ways
still go
sometimes.
both ways.
You went both ways
Yeah.
if need to be. Like, it's crazy that we've picked up so many dudes in the last year. Like, not even the last year, last 6 months.
And it's
Just
solid
the past
people, and a lot of them seem to know each other. Like,
Right.
You all kind of seem to.
Right,
know
and
each
it's
other.
crazy
Yeah.
because you got guys
Football
like on
fans.
our
It's
team. You got
kinda
guys
homegrown.
from Stroudsburg,
They
brought in one guy. he's like, "Hey,
Helltown,
Jim,"
wherever
you're like,
Bone's from.
Quakertown.
Yeah.
Quakertown,
Yeah.
and then you got
Everywhere, all
guys.
out.
They come to the field and they know guys from Warren Hills.
Yeah.
They know guys from our, and it's
Yeah.
wild. It's just
It is.
It's a big
deep.
football
It's crazy
family.
how deep football goes, and like, it's wild how many people you meet. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
how many people I've met. I've met you. I've met
Yeah.
you. Like.
I've met
We
you.
I've known him
Long
since we were
before.
little. I've known him since we were little, and just the relationship, how much
Football,
closer our
wrestling.
relationship has
Yeah.
got.
Me and
Stevie, you know,
I played football with.
We used to
we
play
played
against each other.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And we
And
were like,
teammates,
what?
yeah, like 13, 14
Yeah,
years old.
young.
All right,
Now
so
you're back teammates, and
so
he
give me
owns the team.
so give me a couple more key players, you two.
He's
Give
laying
me
the
2
field.
more key players, and then we'll give a couple key players
Cut
and
that out.
everything.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now,
Let's
if
go
if Tex gets determined to the season and he figures out 110% he's gonna be playing with us, he's gonna be key on the line with
Word.
Taino and Tyler.
Well,
it's gonna be
it's Nate.
well Nate, yeah.
Hey, okay.
Nate,
It's
Nate.
gonna be crazy to watch. It's gonna be fun to watch.
I think that line's gonna be nice.
Yeah,
That's scary.
I mean, the player we already talked about is underrated, Brad.
Right.
Brad's
Underrated.
right.
Brad's
I think
a-
Brad's gonna have a huge year.
Paul. Underrated.
So, all right. So, would you put Brad on the same level of defensive player as like a Derek D'Alba or, like a
Same
like,
level. Same. It's different because Derek plays his own way.
Yeah, they played.
Okay, so I'm not
Brad-
gonna throw shots at anybody, but how are you defensive player of the year 2 years in a row when every time you play anybody, you're 20 yards off that guy?
Yeah.
But that's how he plays. You can't knock him for it because
I
he
mean,
stops you.
yeah, I guess you're right.
You see what I'm saying?
I
He
guess
still
you're right.
he still gets his picks.
He still gets his picks. I mean,
It was
I'm not
the-
trying to send shots at anybody. So,
Yeah,
Derek,
yeah.
if you see this, don't think I'm a fucking asshole or anything. I'm trying to say, like, I guess people
How did
play
Sean
different
not
ways.
win it?
So
Right,
the
that's
thing
what I'm
is,
saying.
the
We had
last
12
two
picks in
seasons
the
ago,
season.
2 seasons ago when we
12
had
picks in a
9
12
games?
picks in a season, and 8 of them I think were picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean
What
just
is it?
He had,
9,
like-
8 games.
It's 10 games.
10 games?
he had
Yeah.
like 12 picks. Brad I think had 9,
Brad had 8.
8, and I had in 5 games I had 7 with 4 pick sixes.
Right.
I think.
And
I think
not
one was the
one of
slowest
us.
That's
That's in
the
the world,
standard for us.
I told you,
Savon
the
had-
Yeah,
slowest
Savon
fast
had
dude I
seven.
ever.
We,
Yes.
We-
2 seasons ago when we first started, our defense had the most turnovers in the NFL.
Right, we couldn't
in the
score.
XFL.
And
couldn't
nobody
score.
gets
We couldn't
mentioned.
score
I
on
think
offense.
Just
Our
a
offense
transition to
is
Jersey, I
always
think.
sketchy.
With us changing our defense,
Defense
and, like,
was
getting our
always
Except this
starters with
season.
the looks.
What?
We're
I think
moving.
that's
And
the
I'm not
standard for us.
gonna bash you on camera, but I think as we go along,
Yeah,
I think you'll see more and more that what we tell you
yeah.
is more beneficial to our team.
100%. We definitely have
Like
to lean on you guys.
we are more of, and you two are different because you two are more. You're gonna do what I fucking say when I fucking say it.
No,
whereas
we're
me,
not.
whereas me and
No,
Jake,
that's right.
whereas me and
Tyler's
Jake are
just
more,
like,
and you can attest to this.
Yeah.
You want to do it? Go try it.
Yeah.
A lot of guys on your team, especially being new, they're gonna listen to you guys.
Right.
Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not there all the time. I only scrimmage a couple times, but they're gonna listen to you guys
Right.
and put their faith in you, and basically they look up to you guys and
Right.
they turn to you guys for answers. A lot of our guys on our team are a lot of I'd say almost veterans in the league, or have been around for a couple seasons in the league. So we have a lot of hard-headed motherfuckers on the
Right.
PA Crooks team. So sometimes you really do got to put your
Yeah,
foot down.
facts.
But then they listen.
But I would say,
it's all
and I
love.
will say this. I think the two of you together, yin and yang. Like you two bounce, and it's just like me and him. Like I'm the one where
That's bad.
I talk every fucking day, and I'm always in our captain's chat. Like, what can we do to be better? What can we do to switch things up? What can we do
100%.
to? And Jake's more the one like, when you need me, I'm here.
Yeah,
bro.
he'll
You know
hop
what I
in.
mean? Like,
He'll hop
right.
in every now and then.
Right.
in
Once
chat.
when I'm needed,
Yeah.
I'm there. Every
Yeah.
time I'm
Yo,
needed, I'm
Nick,
But I feel like
there
with
was
Tyler,
this kid, right?
That's
He
it.
got added to the chat. We got talked about. We were like, "Yo, cut him. He's bad." I cut him in 30 seconds.
it wasn't even
30
5
seconds?
minutes.
30
It wasn't even
seconds.
5
Dude
minutes.
was a crook
fucking
for
long.
30 seconds.
All right, so I
Dude was
I,
a crook for
I-
30 seconds.
So
Who's asking for
Why haven't you
requests?
told me about that?
We need to send them requests.
where's my phone?
There.
Recording.
That's not my phone,
Yes,
is
it
it?
is.
Well, damn.
All right.
Do it on that.
I think it's funny though. Like I'll be like mid message, like mid paragraph, sending Tyler an idea, or just something we can do. And before I can even hit send, he sends his.
It's already back,
and it's
yeah.
the same thing that I'm typing out. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, hold the delete button. I'm like, all right.
And that's what's good about us is because like I'll go on and be thinking something and he'll be thinking the same shit.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we're calling. He's like, he texts me privately and he's like, "Yo, I was thinking the same thing." You know?
Yeah.
I'm
I feel
"All
like that's
right."
how me and TJ are getting it. It's
Yeah,
good to have your
right.
fucking offensive leader and defensive
Right,
leader
and
on the
even
same
even
page.
TJ, my friendship with TJ, and I've known TJ since we're little kids, and my friendship with TJ has become stronger just because of
Yeah,
football. Like
just
I talk to
being
TJ every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Never in my life would I thought I'd talk to a big bald dude that fucking got like 1 million kids every fucking day.
Yeah, my got like 12 kids.
And that's what's cool too.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
right.
there's some things that Frank, and this is what's great about Frank too, is there's some things that we've disagreed on.
Yeah,
And he's
right,
just
sure.
like, I trust you,
There's things that we've disagreed
and
on
he's trusted me.
where it's literally come down to, Matt, you need to make a decision. We're fucking at a tie here,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's why I added a fifth captain, because one, you need a tiebreaker. You always need a tiebreaker. When
Yeah.
we did it, just us as 3 people, we always had a tiebreaker. If me and you disagreed on something, Jake was the tiebreaker. If me
Yeah.
and Jake disagreed on something, you were the tiebreaker.
Yeah, and that's why.
You know what I mean? And that's how we keep it. So that's how we've always kept it. And I don't. What I'm gonna say is, what you said. They're gonna, look up to us and rely on us. I rely on him and TJ and Marky just as
Yeah.
much as they rely on me. You know what I mean? Like
You got to.
the best thing about my team is, and I will say this, we come I probably said it already. We come every week.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got guys that come every week, whether it's been 5 guys out of practice or we come fully staffed to a scrimmage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Those
Like
same guys are there.
those same guys are always
That's
there.
awesome.
So
And that's the difference, between us. Having the name I do in this league is everybody that's on my roster that we picked up comes to me just because of my play.
right,
my,
and that's not a diss to Frank, but it's like
right.
for those of you that don't know, by the way, Tyler was voted a league rep in PA, so congratulations to
Yes,
Tyler.
sir.
Congratulations.
But going back to that point, you're a league rep. You know what I mean? People are gonna come to you. That's just like, how often do you go to Jake for a question when you have a question?
not often,
Not
because
often,
I
right?
know
Well-
me and you,
Right.
Yeah,
We talk
I know
every
I'm gonna
day.
Talk to you,
A
yeah.
lot lately though, like the way Tyler is this season with just cutting people
Right.
left and right.
Yeah,
just
you've been
because.
like,
Tyler-
you got fucking Thor's glove on
Yeah,
you with all
fucking
6
fire.
infinity, or however
But-
many, all 5, right? It's 6 infinity stones.
Six. and
With
it's
all
Thanos.
6 infinity stones, and fucking
Just-
you were like,
You just wiped out.
gone,
Told you.
completely gone.
I told him beginning
That's
of
the
season.
Tyler
that's
I
how
wanted,
estimate
though.
he
This
wiped
shit is
out.
wild.
I'm
Because
fucking around.
people took advantage of Tyler
Always.
last season, always, and I told
Always.
him this season
Facts.
he's got to put his
And
foot
you wanna
down.
know-
And I'm surprised when he did it because he did it quick and it was hard. And I kid you not, I could pull up a message from I think last week. Tyler legit messaged me and said, "Why is everybody coming to you and not me?" I screenshotted all these messages from different guys on our team and sent them to Tyler and said, "All right, so this is what they're feeling." And Tyler's like, "Why aren't they messaging me?" I was like, "They're scared of you. They're scared of you. They think you're gonna get cut."
Nobody's trying to get cut down. Nobody wants that.
Yeah,
Dude,
so
there's kids on the field that start talking. Jarrett, I'm calling you out. AK Scotty. He'll sit there and chirp, and I'll be looking at him. I'll be like, "You'll sit your ass on the sideline and talking like this. Like we're not fighting. Like
They don't
this ain't
message me
happening."
on Facebook.
Yo, go ahead, but I'll put you on blast right now. I am not fielding you if you're gonna sit there and argue with your teammates because it's a
Right.
brotherhood at the end of
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah.
listen, and
If I'm gonna draw blood, you're gonna draw blood.
at the
with
end of
me.
the
Yeah.
day, your biggest downfall is egos, bro. Your
Egos.
biggest downfall is ego.
Yeah.
If you
Is
don't,
that what
if you don't
we have
check
the
your ego
talent?
at the door when you put your fucking cleats on, when you're lacing up, if you don't check your ego,
Yep.
you're not
The
gonna win.
worst
fuck,
part,
leave
it's
all
the
that shit
people
alone.
that you
Not
least
gonna
get fucked.
expected.
Yeah.
Isn't
I mean,
isn't that
Talent-
there is a
talent-
possibility you can win, but it's
Talent
going to be a
doesn't
lot
win all the
harder
time.
when
Listen,
your
I'm
ego's
crazy.
out
Talent
there.
isn't gonna beat the Finns alone. Talent
Nope.
isn't gonna beat the Warhawks alone.
No.
Talent might beat the Mamas
No,
alone.
a
And fuck the
team.
Mamas. Jesse, if you think you're gonna put 40 on the PA Crooks, you're absolutely out of your fucking mind.
Dumbest cut I've heard all season.
Oh, here we go.
Everybody else, yeah, but
Spicy.
it's not
He's not
about it's
wrong.
not about
Shout out Pepper Explosion.
We're very humble.
it's not about
Shout out
beating the
Pepper
other.
Explosion.
It's not about beating the low grade teams. You want to beat the. You could
Yeah.
fucking care less if you go 5-5, squeaking in the playoffs. You beat the Finns, you beat the Warhawks in that season.
Last season, we were 3-7, but we held a win over Big Prime Time. By the way, thank you.
No, we were
You are now
4-6,
not a
were we
team.
not? 4-6?
Anyway, we were
I
one of
thought
them.
we were
We were
fine.
bad.
I thought
We were bad.
I think we were 4-6. Yeah.
But whatever the record was, we did hold a win over Big Prime
We
Time.
did.
We've shown that that team could come together and beat good teams.
Yeah.
Now
absolutely.
this team with all these extra superstars as they're considered in this league, right or wrong.
Right.
When
Yeah.
you vote, when you look at Sean, superstar. When you look at Ben, superstar. When you look at Scott, these are household names. These are guys
Yeah.
that the XFFL
They get
has
talked
known
about.
since the XFFL
Yeah,
started.
They could have gone to so many teams. this
Right.
offseason.
They could have gone
Ta-
wherever.
Taino could have left.
Right.
Brad could have left.
Right.
People wanted Nard when he showed up.
Right.
I'm sorry,
We still wanted.
I still want Nard.
Yeah, we
Nard, if
still
you're
want
watching this, I got a spot for you if you can get to the field.
But
Yeah, that's the problem.
Teams
Yeah.
wanted all these guys that bought into us, and they
Right.
didn't want to go to those top teams.
Right.
They want to go to a team and make a team better, and that's
So-
a good thing. And the thing is, like our other two captains, we never mentioned this, are Taino Gonzalez and Scott Miller.
And Ben, isn't it?
And
Or yeah, Ben. Sorry. I don't know what I said. I was thinking what I was gonna say next in my head. I was gonna say there's guys like Scott Miller and Sean Warner that
Are
if we
leaders
need
without
to, they're leaders without the brand of being a captain, and we can still go to them. Like
Right.
I still bring some ideas to Sean just to see what he would say outside of. Like he said, there always kind of needs to be a tiebreaker. So shit, we can bring two Scott, and like I'm gonna be gone at training for a little bit. Scott's gonna step up,
Right.
and he's gonna help lead the
Right.
linebackers, and he's gonna be one of the voices on defense, and that's just how it is. And
I will tell you what though, you guys got a lot of guys that can fill roles and play
Exactly.
a lot of different
Yeah.
places.
our
you guys
our
got a lot
depth
of
at each
utility guys.
position is pretty crazy,
Yeah, facts,
and it's good.
facts.
Next topic.
you can go to Nick if you want.
Yeah, let's go to Nick.
Yeah, we go to Nick. So for those of you that don't know Nick, it's Gildner, right?
Yeah, Gildner.
Nick Gildner.
Gildner.
Yep, he's a retired crook. He's been with us since the start.
And his brother's a
He's
retired
been
gym
here since
teacher.
Night Ride. Were you
Yeah,
a brawler?
he was a night rider. For those
No,
of you
he
that
was,
don't know the night
we
riders,
were rebels. We were first
You weren't-
rebels.
Okay, so you weren't
Oh,
a
yeah.
brawler. You
No,
were-
I was never a brawler.
Okay,
Word.
gotcha,
I was
gotcha.
So you
rebel.
started with us when you were a night rider.
Yeah, Knight Rider.
So for those of you that don't know the night riders, you never will.
Yeah.
Never
Um,
we don't
we
usually
don't talk
like
about
bringing
that.
up.
By the way,
Touch
though,
us up,
BMS never beat the Night Riders. We'll put that out there. Ben Weber,
Right.
Owen, right? 0-1.
Yeah,
I
against
guess-
Night Riders.
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
They were our only win,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. But it's good to have you, Ben. By the way.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, all right.
But this is Nick. Pretty much he retired. So we're gonna ask him a few questions.
He's wearing my hat.
Pretty much we
I'm sorry.
just start out with it. We know why, but
Yeah. Basically, I just had to make my life move forward a little bit further, make more money.
like I said before, life before football.
Yeah, life before football. Usually, football is always great.
Right.
I mean, I love football. I'm gonna come watch my guys
Facts.
anytime I can.
Facts.
but money, man, money is big, and you need it.
Yeah.
So it's
Right.
like you need to.
Money makes the world go round.
Money
bro.
is before football, sadly. But
Facts.
He's a defensive end. I'm sure you've.
oh yeah,
Met
I'm
him
sure
up
I've
a
whooped that ass.
He definitely gave you a run for your money and
Yeah,
definitely
facts.
argued.
Yeah,
He
definitely
argued you or
Couple
the ref.
times.
Maybe almost got punched in the face a few times. Yo.
So once you're settled with money and your life's good, return.
Oh, I'm coming
contemplating
back.
return.
Yeah, I'm definitely coming back.
Word.
It's just
We'd love to have you back.
I don't plan on playing on any different teams.
Word.
If I come back, it's Crooks
Why
all
would
the
you?
way.
Why would
yeah.
you play on any different team?
Yeah,
And
but
that'll lead
I
into
was
my
gonna
next
trade him.
question. But go ahead.
what the fuck?
I said I was going to trade him.
Trade me? How are you gonna do that?
I'm going to pick up somebody else. and
Yeah,
make
he
him
did
go.
us. Jada sent in yesterday in the captain's
I got
chat
it too, yeah.
of the ruling with players and
Yeah.
everything. The only motherfucker to say anything was this man asking if we can make trades.
Yo, you're savage, bro. What the fuck is wrong
Only one,
with you?
and when they said
He
no,
said,
he
"This
went
is
on
real
and
life."
said, "What if both parties agree?" Like he really,
You
I don't
really
know
want
who
to
was
trade.
planning
What
on
if
trading.
both-
You think this
Parties
league rep
agree.
status is gonna get you what you want?
I don't know
That's
who
funny
was
as
planning on
hell.
trading, but
That's funny as
That'd be dope because if both parties are interested.
I don't know
you wanna
who
go
was
somewhere
planning
else,
on
good.
trading,
You know
but-
what I mean?
Funny as hell.
I think it'd make
It would
logic.
affect the salary cap. You didn't know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
The
You gotta
free-
match salaries.
Yeah, facts.
The free.
Facts.
Yeah.
who did you go to? So the first year we played for first season, we were on the Rebels. Some people would know, some people would not know who they were. I
still have
ended
the
up.
jersey.
I left with
Yeah.
Cease, and we went over to the Bullies for a season. And where did you go?
Honestly, I'm pretty sure it's the Warhawks.
Really?
Yeah,
He went with,
I
with
was
Nick
on the-
Petrov.
Yeah, Nick Petrov.
shit.
I don't
he's
know.
good.
You
Shout
left
out
the
to Nick.
Warhawks?
Nick's
Were
one of
they
the best
named the
centers in
Warhawks?
league.
You left the
Well,
Warhawks
this
for
leads
the
me-
Night
this-
Riders?
no,
No, I
this
left the
leads me
Warhawks
to my
because
next
they were
thing.
playing some old fucker in front
They-
of me, and
they-
I wasn't having that.
Petrov basically brought Nick in saying, "You're going to come and play for us," and then Nick went there and they treated him like a fucking
I wouldn't say treated me, but
backup toilet paper.
I know my abilities.
He was like the third
Honestly,
role.
I put myself in front of a lot of guys in the league, and my ability to play DN.
Yeah.
I've been playing football,
Facts.
high school,
Nah, you definitely.
like I know where I stand in the
Right.
group.
You definitely made
Straight
big
trash.
plays for us
What
throughout
the
your
fuck?
career. Huge plays. You definitely
Yeah.
have made some big plays for us. in your
I mean,
I got a video of you getting a flag in prime time and going, "What the?"
yeah, that
He
was my
goes up
stomp.
again- he
You gotta
goes up
fucking,
against
you gotta
big
have your
dudes.
celebration
Yeah,
ready.
seriously.
Bro, I that was my. I thought about that
He
that
goes
day.
up
I was
against
like,
big
yo,
dudes.
I'm
I'll
fucking
stomp
kicking.
you
I'm
out.
kicking that door open.
So,
I think he
kicked
got
that
the
door.
most warnings.
you went to the
by a
Bullies
ref.
after that, right?
Yes. First season.
And
He
then-
did have the
and then
most
Night
warnings by
Riders.
a ref. That's,
Yeah.
that's
Did I?
So-
You hold
Yeah.
that.
I'm like,
So-
Nick, just cool down. And then he's fighting with me, and I'm like, just play football. And he's like, yo,
Yeah.
fuck you, man.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well, dude,
I
some
love you
of the
too.
shit just pissed me off.
So-
some stupid shit.
So, being a part of the Brandstone, watching it grow, how would you say it's grown, even just since you retired in the off season?
Honestly, like I'm pretty like upset that I can't play, but all in all, I've seen the moves. Frank's
Right.
been my best friend for like how long? We've been boys for life,
Facts.
so like he always keeps me updated with.
Facts.
I mean, even though I don't hang out with him as much. I mean, I got a girl. I work full time.
Mind
She
you,
just followed us on Fit.
Mind you, we
on
live
our
like
page.
5 houses down from each other, and I think this is the first time I've
Zach.
seen him since all of season.
Check that video.
Well, I mean, it's sad. It's sad, but also life goes on. I mean, you gotta start doing work. You gotta hang out with the girl when you can.
Yeah.
I mean, so my life's been just progressing in different ways,
Facts.
like maturing, I guess you
Right.
can say.
Right.
But all in all, did I answer the question?
More or less just the thoughts on your brain. How you
Oh,
how
yeah.
you feel it's growing and everything.
But yeah, like I said, he keeps me updated on everything, and ever since like you guys got all these big names, I'm
I
like,
think every big thing, I'm either texting him or calling him right away. And I don't think he wants to hear it because it upsets him.
it makes me mad because I could either go make like 30 grand plus or go play football, you
Right.
know? So like,
Right.
Winning that chip, though.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
chip
be there
doesn't
for
pay the
it.
bills,
Chip doesn't
If
pay
it
the
goes
bills.
down that way,
Then
I'll
you
be,
guys need to be like me and
And what?
make money, have a side
Your
hustle.
parents
I
don't
do.
give you an incentive.
I
No.
do. But some people's schedule doesn't allow them to do it, bro.
I
It
do
just
it
doesn't
all.
allow them to do it.
I have a normal job. I train clients. I do.
Well,
No,
everybody's
I'm
trying to
not
fucking
sponsored.
hustle.
I pay the league dues
yeah, I
for
don't hustle,
everybody.
bro.
Yep, I'm my own sponsor.
Yeah.
Freight Train Fitness.
Speaking of, what is,
Alright,
so
how
we
do you
won't ask
feel-
you predictions for New Jersey because you
Yeah,
haven't
yeah,
seen
yeah.
us play. You
That's
don't
why
know
we
the
got masks.
teams.
Go, how you
But your
PA's
predictions
gonna
for
do.
PA.
Let's-
Give me record.
Record.
Like what the record you think is gonna be,
How many weeks?
and then how
10
far you think they go.
games.
Actually, it's 11 weeks,
That's
one
11
bye week.
11 weeks. one
10
bye.
games.
I'm not gonna comment too far on that because I don't see the paper. I don't know the
Right.
I don't know the matchups, how they're going, but just for seeing how much they've grown as a team, a lot of faces stayed where they were, which is awesome because all we ever hear about is egos on our team, I think. Because other teams see us
Yeah.
fucking
Fighting with
bad
each other.
mouthing each other,
Yeah.
this and that. But honestly, like, there's gonna be egos. That's just
Right.
personality. you can't really stress about that too much. You just pick your head up, fucking do your work.
Like-
you
like I
keep
tell
playing
my
good
guys-
football, it'll all work out.
Like I tell my
Yeah.
guys, especially my quarterback, bro, you're gonna throw interceptions.
Yeah,
Pick your
it
head up
happens.
and go on to the next play.
People are
The
gonna
next
get
play
pissed at each
shouldn't-
other.
Shit, Jameis
Right.
Winston.
But
30
all in all,
interceptions
you guys
this
are all trying to win,
Right.
Still makes
and
millions of dollars.
that's the main goal.
So give me predictions. Playoffs.
Predictions, you guys definitely think. Fuck, how the
Playoffs.
seedings
What kind
work?
of seedings? There's how many teams? You guys know. I don't know.
11.
11 teams. So you probably top 8.
Top 8.
I think
Yeah,
it's-
they'll definitely be in play. I have faith they'll be in playoffs this year,
What's the
but
record?
I don't
You
know.
didn't say that. I just want.
I don't want to make any bold predictions.
Give me a range.
You know,
Give me a range from 1 to 8. Give
1
me a
to
range.
8, 1 being the best.
1 being the best.
I would say in the range of 1 and 4.
So top 14.
So top
Yeah,
14.
top 4 team.
All right,
That's what I was
Frank, what do you
thinking.
think?
Nah, he came to our. This was the first scrimmage he came
Yeah,
to us this
I haven't
season.
seen too
Mind
much.
you,
That's why.
Ben wasn't there, Sean wasn't there, Mark
Yeah.
wasn't
Right,
there,
you
Scott
missing a lot of
wasn't
pieces.
there. We
And
missed
for him
a
to
lot
say
of
a top
guys.
14,
Yeah,
with all those
it's
pieces
really
missing,
bold.
kinda
I don't really
says
have the
something.
knowledge.
Right.
But
Well, even
Top
so though,
four.
because you know those guys are going to be there.
Cold.
So you going and
Yeah.
watching today, you're like, oh well. And this isn't a diss at any of your guys, but if that guy was in that position
Yeah.
that he normally plays, would he have made that play?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
you think about it.
honestly, if they had all their guys there today, that team wouldn't even score.
Well,
What was
I'm
our,
not
what
gonna
was our
lie,
biggest thing on offense?
On
today
offense,
that we were
it
lacking?
just quarterback.
Thank you. We were on like our.
I'm not
fifth
gonna lie,
string
when
quarterback.
Tyler, because we've been meeting up every Sunday, usually after our scrimmage.
Yeah.
and scrimmage. When Tyler comes home and goes, "Hey, dude, we beat the Savages 70-14," and I look at this man, and I go, "Nah, you're lying." And I look at my chat, and Frank's like, "Yeah, it was." At first, it started at 50, and then they were like, "Oh
It was
no,
like
wait,
67.
it was 65."
It was 65-12. If you want to be
Yeah.
honest.
And then I was like, nah, this can't be true. And then I'm looking in the chat, and everybody's like, oh, we dropped 60 on them. We dropped 60, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, man! Like,
Jesus Christ,
it's
man!
a scrimmage.
It's a scrimmage. Chill,
Right,
bro.
man, yeah, dude,
You're
whole
gonna hurt
different
feelings
mindset,
out
right?
I'm ready to split up teams
Right,
before
that's
we even get them.
crazy.
Because
That's
if
funny.
it's only 4 teams, then I know I'm in the playoffs.
Exactly.
You know?
And if we're mentioning
Exactly.
it, their one touchdown, we put Mark Brown at corner.
For the Savages.
Facts.
For us. Yes.
No, like he played corner for us, but the you were against the Savages.
And the other touchdown was a missed flagpole. So,
That's a big thing we are lacking right now.
but that's
Yeah.
the thing. It happens. It happens.
we
But when
need
you
to
put
learn-
up
really learn
65,
how to
when you
fly.
put up
Yeah, it's
65,
kinda
there's
hard
no
to
hope.
beat.
You know?
Facts. Kind of hard to win games.
All right.
Yeah.
So next, Frank, what do you think where we're going to be, and what's our record going to be?
Especially,
Be humble.
especially with our mindset, like aside from the talent we have, every guy like is positive and is excited about the season and buys into it, and so just with our mindset and our skill, I can see us being. I'm trying to stay humble because I don't, but I can see us being a top 4 team for sure in this league. Now, does that have to do with new teams and some teams leaving to go to Jersey? Maybe, but I still think even if those teams were here, and we could still be a top 4 team.
there's
Just
been
with
a
the
lot of
pieces we've
significant-
added
Right.
and the pieces we've kept. I think it's just all
But
came together.
Here's
good.
the thing, and I probably haven't. We don't play the game on what ifs. We play
Exactly.
the game every week to go and play.
Yeah.
Not
You
what.
can
Oh,
only play
well,
the
if this
team across from you.
what if this happened? Like
Mhm.
we don't play the game on what ifs. We go to play and we play to play at the end of the day. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
There'd be like 6
only play the
players
team
from
that's
your
in front of
team
you.
that we
Yeah.
take. If New Jersey wasn't here,
Right.
we'd take like 6 of you guys,
Right.
and we'd have the best offense in the league. Offensive line, it would be Nate at center, Ricky, and Tex.
Right.
Nobody's getting by them two.
No.
I'm sorry to tell you.
But you
And then
got to
Stevie
even.
would be here in the C.O. Worley. Shout out to you. You don't show up, but he would. But anyway, he would be at linebacker. You'd be kicking off for me and playing special teams because we have 100 linebackers. And then you would be rotating in at line as well and stuff like that, So even if New Jersey wasn't here, we'd still be a hell of
Exactly.
a team. you know?
Yeah, we still have a great roster. Another team not to sleep on, the old Wolfpack who was like
Bad
0 and
boys.
100.
Bad boys, bad
They're
boys.
bad boys
What you
now.
gonna
They
do?
actually did
What you
pick
gonna
up
do when
some
the
They
poop
might
comes?
they
guys.
might be
Bad
top
boys,
four.
So it's gonna be a battle with them, Finns and Warhawks
Yeah.
for sure. Prediction wise,
What's our record?
I can honestly see us being 7-3.
Okay.
If we figure it out, and maybe even better, 8-2.
Okay.
If we can figure it out.
Jake, how about you? What do you
See,
think?
I was thinking, I don't know, you guys are definitely a strong team. So I was thinking definitely playoffs. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, I know.
If you're 5-5.
Yeah, you guys better not be 5-5. No, I
You're
was
right,
thinking
6-4.
probably like
Yeah, playoff stage.
better.
That's all that
like
matters.
7-3.
We just need that one win.
7-3,
Yeah.
8-2. I'm
I'll
thinking
say, yeah.
7-3, 8-2, around there.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking, honestly. Somewhere around there.
What do you feel, Matt?
So I'm not gonna go no particular order. I'm just gonna go seedings because I don't know all the new teams in your league,
Okay.
which is it wouldn't be fair for me to
Yeah.
give you a
doubt
record.
them.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
But seedings wise, in no particular order, you, Finns, Warhawks,
Bad boys. I would say bad boys.
Bad Boys, Mambas,
Yep.
top 4, top 5 team.
That's good.
I think the key for us, and I think once we're there, is just getting in.
Yeah.
Just get in.
Yeah.
You're not scared of anybody. If you get in as the 8 seed and the Finns are 1, you ain't fucking scared to play the Finns.
Hell no.
If you get in as
They bleed just
if you
like
get
we
in
do.
as the 7 seed and you got to play the Warhawks at 2, you're not scared to play the Warhawks.
The seed is just a number.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not like
Every
PA
dog has their.
I will
day.
tell you this. PA is gonna come not scared of anybody. So if you think we're gonna sleep on anybody, whether you're the Bad Boys, the Finns, the Mambas, the Warhawks,
Royals.
the Royals,
Gladiators.
the Gladiators, if you think we're gonna sleep on and if the PA Crooks are gonna sleep on anybody, you got another thing coming. Because I'll tell you what, I'm in the PA captains chat. I talk to Frank and Tyler almost every day. They're coming for heads this year.
Yeah.
They're coming for 50 burgers every game. There is no taking the foot off the throat this year.
No.
There is none of that.
Shit. We were up to 65-12. It was
Right.
like
We
50,
did.
In a
54 to 6. And
Calling
Here's
timeouts
Garrett.
with a minute left.
Here's
Yeah.
Garrett running 60-yard
Right.
touchdowns by himself because he can.
Yeah.
So
Because
how about you? What are your predictions?
What is my predictions? All right, so I'm going to be completely honest, and because I'm very fucked up and great, we're going to go 9-1, and I'm going to tell you right now, we're
Who
going
you
to fall.
lose to?
We're going to fall to the Finns week 1.
You think?
We're going to fall to the Finns. It's going to be 12-6.
12-6.
12-6.
12-6 Finns.
They're going to pull off the last minute touchdown. It's gonna spark something in us, and we're going to drop.
So remember this
So
moment.
it's a lock. It's a
Yeah,
lock
he
that you
just-
have Finns week 1 right now.
You just like they're
That
gonna-
is confirmed in your chat that you have Finns week 1 right now.
We have
It
Finns.
is.
They
We-
want us. Shout out to
we
Jada.
were-
You've been at every
it's been
off-season
confirmed by
event.
Brown.
I don't know
They
what
can
that
see
is
it
for,
over
but you
again.
have been. Peep me because I'm here to take over. So come on.
All right, so if you know you're gonna have Finns week 1, I'm gonna make a prediction because I know who the Finns picked up.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah,
and
everybody
that's
does.
what I feel like that's going to give them the
So
edge.
so we're gonna go predictions for week
Hold on.
1.
We're going to take the L, and nobody's going to bat an eye because it's the Finns, and in order to be relevant, they picked up U-Line to be relevant because before that, nobody talked on the Finns. Shout out, anyway. But they didn't, and then they picked up the U-Line guys, aka Immortals, and all of a sudden they were relevant.
Right.
So obviously they're going to rely on a lot of them, and they're a lot of veterans. So they're going to pull off the win. They're
I
going
got
to
an
get humbled.
8-6.
They're going to be humbled when we score, and they're going to be like, wow, they're really not messing around. They're going to be like, well, now we got to buckle down. It's going to be an elongated drive, and then they're going to score the final touchdown.
I got it. All right, so this is the way I got it. Right. I got an 8-6 Finns. Right.
All right.
But here's the thing. If the Finns come out and sleep on week 1 and show up thinking they're the fucking backwoods Crooks, we don't care who they picked up, you're going to get blown out.
Mhm.
You will get blown out. I don't care who's on your team. I don't care how many U-line guys you picked up. I feel Crooks matched you in every single position you want to throw at us. Speed for speed, guy for guy, talent for talent.
That could be possible. Yeah.
Talent for talent.
I'm very humble.
I'm humble too, but at the same time, you need to know what you have on your roster.
This is my motto, though. In order to be the best, you got to beat the best.
Right.
So they're the best, so I'm ready for it. You know.
So,
I don't care.
so we want to ask Stevie some questions about how he feels about being a crook, being new to the brand, what it means.
You're not gonna ask his prediction.
He doesn't
It's hard
know.
for him to predict
no
because he
idea
hasn't
any
been
of
in
the
He knows
the team,
us.
really.
No, you
I
guys
wanna-
have scrimmage against
I want to
us.
tell you one. I want to say one thing before you start talking. I don't want to hear none of that bullshit this season of we didn't have this guy, we didn't have that guy. I don't want to hear any excuses. If you get the L,
Right.
fucking hold
If
it.
he is on,
Just
if
like
he
we
is
will.
on your roster and you're the leader of a team, there is no reason why your guy should not be there.
I
Yeah.
know. If they're not there, that's just
Right.
Shit, we
not
just
really
had our
that
fifth-
important.
We had our 5th string quarterback, and we still showed up, and we still played. We
Right.
still balled like we had our starting
Right.
quarterback, because that's what we do.
Yeah.
We don't care who we got. You're gonna step on that field in a Crooks uniform, and you're gonna give me everything you got.
So Jake's gonna ask you the questions.
All right. So the first question is like, what does it mean to be a crook?
I mean, to me, it's just like you guys brought me in early. You know, the team's still coming together and
Number one
shit.
draft pick.
And fucking, you know, like I've known you guys for forever.
Facts.
You know, since we were kids and shit. Like Jake said, we've been playing against each other in football. Played together in high school. Matt, we always used to ball up at the park and shit. Like it's a real family. You know, like we
Right.
can tell. Like we have each other's back when we go out there. It's not like if you fuck up on a play, if you make a mistake, you blow a coverage, you drop a pass. It's like. It's given to you that you made your mistake,
Right.
but it's like
You're
not
reprimanded,
getting
but you're
not
not.
getting ridden. You know, nobody's
Yeah.
sitting here getting on your back. You know, so it's like it is nice to have that aspect to know like we're gonna hold you accountable, but we're here
Facts.
to help you get better at the end of the day and fix that.
Facts.
Wow. You couldn't have said it.
The second one is kind of hard because he kind of new to the league.
What do you think of the XFFL
Yeah,
in
what
general?
do you
The
I
think?
mean,
way the
just
league
from-
is run, the way, you know, we
Yeah.
do this, they do something like this as well.
I think just from the teams that we've met, you know, and like I know fucking a lot, like Lou from the Bullies
Right.
runs the league and shit. I
Lou's the
think
president of.
is the president of Jersey, right? Yeah.
Shout
so,
out. Shout out to
Yeah,
Lou.
shout out Lou, and he mossed somebody today.
Yeah, he did moss somebody
Lou,
today.
the
Shout
big
out, Lou.
moss.
Did he really?
But
Yeah, he did.
yeah, it was nasty. But I think like the leagues run really cool. It's nice to have like a regular rule book. You know, there's no
Yeah,
questions
yeah.
that go back to that. You know, everybody can. It's organized. It's like it has the feel of backyard and like playing with your boys, but at the same time, it's an organized
competitive,
league. You know, it's
yeah.
very competitive. That there's playoff structure and shit like that. Like they're doing a really cool job.
Yeah.
It's really fun to be a part
Facts.
of.
You
And I
understand
think
why
I
this is
think
my NFL now.
I think the best part about what they have done was branching off. I think that's the best thing they could have done
Yeah,
was starting
that's really
another
cool.
site.
For sure.
I'm winning a chip,
And
dog.
because it just brings more people to football.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm. And like I've seen like the Facebook pages and shit have hundreds, like
Right.
thousands of people that
Right.
follow it and shit. So it's not like
Well,
it's just like us.
what
that-
was it?
The
Spring
players,
season?
you know, it has fans.
spring season last
season,
year.
yeah.
Spring season last year, we were voted best flag
Football league in the
football league
nation.
in the nation.
Nation, wow.
So,
Nation, yeah.
That's
Let
good
me
shit.
tell you this
Vote
opening
gets
day when
allowed.
PFFL, when Jada took over this league and made it the XFFL.
Real quick before you start, did you guys used to play at the Dome in like right off 33? Now there's a different league.
No, tournaments go there
Tournaments were there.
for the XFFL. But when it was the PFFL and shit happened with that, it turned into the XFFL is when I joined it when it started, right? And Jada took over. Jada has one goal, and that is to give everybody the feel of what football is all about.
right.
And it is the closest thing to tackle football you can get.
Yeah.
And you could go home and go to
Physical.
work and you can do all this and you're
Yeah.
having fun doing it. The environment. The opening day, when I saw this environment, right, opening day, he had a bounce house, he had food
Right.
there, he had
Crazy.
drinks, he had all this.
Sit on
This was
that
opening
house.
day.
Yeah.
And he was like, look, let me show the world what I'm doing
Right.
Yeah.
and my vision. And he did.
Right.
And then now you got him, and what makes him a great president, too, is not only on the field is he competitive, but off the field. He walked up to my mom and went, oh, you're Tyler's mom.
Yeah.
And had a conversation with my mom and
Street
dad. You don't,
Yeah.
He's
You
very
don't-
personal.
Nah,
You don't just
you
do
know,
that, you know?
we've definitely had conversations with him, you know, at Real Talk off camera,
Yeah.
and like just even at the field, he's very genuine. And you can tell, you can just see the passion that he
Right.
has for flag football in him everywhere he goes.
Yeah,
Like,
he leads it.
and he wants to be the best everywhere he goes. So shout out Jada and Chris Holland. You can't forget about Chris Holland.
Yeah.
Without those two, none of this would be possible.
and it's,
so
and it's built into
big
something real
big shout
big,
out to you
know?
two
Yeah.
for doing this, and us as Crooks. we're happy we can help you build your brand as well.
Yeah.
Shit, I haven't turned back.
Always.
Right.
I went to a PFFL game, and it was great. The team sucked that I watched, and
I think
everybody
that-
on it. Hold on, and the team sucked, and they were like, Tyler, we need you to play. We don't really have any
Look at
good
you.
players, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna play. That next season, though, they came to me, and Mark Brown, vice president, he came to me and he said, I need you to play both sides for me. And I said, you know what, fuck it. Well, let's do this. And then ever since that moment, and then week 7, he gave me ownership of the Bangor Brawlers. He was like, you just take over. I'm done with this. And ever since that, I took over, and, you know, it's a league that I just cherish like a motherfucker. Like you two said, this is my NFL. This
It
is,
really is, yeah.
you know, like, ask Jake.
It's all
the
but
time.
it's-
I'm on it
It's
all the
legit
time.
just
Dude,
all of ours,
You can ask
but
Dale.
also you just say it. It's all of our NFL.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
we wish we could keep playing tackle.
Right.
Like, you know,
But this is it, you know?
We wish that
Yeah.
that shit could go forever.
I tell everybody in my chat all the
But-
time, and Frank can vouch for me, we are winning this chip, and I want everybody to win it for me.
Yeah.
Because I put my heart, my blood,
Oh,
my
yeah.
sweat, my tears,
I've seen
everything.
it. Every man in this room seen it. Like
Everything.
it's
I put
facts.
my whole life into this.
That's why I
league.
kept coming back.
and
because
that's why. That's what it is.
a lot of teams aren't really. I can see. You can see it. Aren't really a family. You know.
Right.
Like this becomes bigger than.
And high
just
school helped me
football.
with you. We
Like,
played high school
you
football
think
together.
Yeah.
chill your boys, talk
Wrestle
about
together.
it all day,
Wrestled together.
Like,
And you know, playing
That's
football
just
with him, the coach of the football team that we played for, you know, it wasn't really family oriented. He picked favorites and did all this. So I wanted to do things the right way.
Yeah.
And when he gave me the ownership of the Crooks, I wanted to do it the right way.
Yeah.
And then that's what we have. At the end of the day, it's a brotherhood.
No, yeah.
And
The
you
brand
keep-
as a whole is just
And you
run
keep
that
the
way.
family, you know? So
All right, big guy, I don't want to cut you short, but we want to try and keep it to like an hour. So
It's
I'm
probably
gonna
been really
ask
cool.
Stevie his last question, and then we'll do an
We'll
outtake.
start
Okay.
cutting it.
We'll start out. We'll do an outtake.
fine.
So our last question for you is what do you think we as the NJ Crooks look like? Like, what do you think we need to be better at? What do you think us as leaders need to be better at?
Mhm.
Just kind of talk about
What
that
are we
for,
good at, too?
for like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just-
I think,
everything.
I mean, these guys will tell you more. You know, they've preached it to me since I got here. Is that as Crooks, we back ourselves on defense, and I think that we've been tweaking things. We tried a few different looks, but I mean, now that we've locked in
Right.
to
we
what
have
we
something
like
solid
doing,
we want to play.
I think that we're gonna just hold up to that Crooks defensive standard.
Got your back.
And I think with the guys we have on offense, the pieces, and like just even our recent acquisitions, just to solidify our O line,
Right.
just to like get different speed aspects at running back
Right.
and stuff like that, and slot guys. Like, I think the offense is coming together. We're a little like, and we've talked about it all the time, you know. So it's a little bit of
talk
reiterating,
every
but
day.
you know, it's chemistry. You
Right.
know, the more we play together, because a lot of the guys we might know each other. But a lot of us haven't ever played like
No.
on the same team
Yeah.
together, played against one another, or if we have played together, it's been since high school. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, we're in our 20s now. It's not the same
Facts.
kind of athlete,
Facts.
you know.
shit.
But I think
27, 4 kids.
I don't have 4
25.
kids. I have 3 kids.
All right, 12 kids. Shit, you know, like it's
Yeah, you're probably almost 25 at this point.
yeah, I'm 24. I just turned
Yeah.
24 in January.
You're
Oh,
old.
so you're not almost 25.
I think the
You're
best
old,
thing we
man.
can do as a team is just continue to grow the way we
Yeah,
grow.
and just
continue
At the
to
pace
Keep
you're
building
growing.
that brotherhood.
At the pace.
Yeah.
At the pace,
Yes,
because
yes,
you know
yes.
what's great? Every time you do something, I see it from both of you. Listen, this is what we did wrong, and let's fix it.
Right.
Mhm.
And I see it from both of you.
Right.
He might say it differently than you do, but I see it from both of you.
Right.
You're ready
And
to
there's
fix
times
it.
and there's
And then you
times
got him. I know him damn well. He will make a mistake, and he will change that mistake.
whether I'm on
And
the
he'll never make
sideline,
it twice.
whether I'm
Yeah.
on the sideline or I'm on the
Been a
field,
bastard, you know what I mean?
we talk
All
almost
the time.
all
yeah.
the time.
Every day.
Right.
And me going both ways is the same thing with TJ.
And French
Yeah.
trash.
I love
Thanks,
Frank. You
dog.
can't say that about Frank.
Actually,
But
brick.
Washed up.
Just-
we do want to say
Dog.
thank you for being a crook.
Thank
Thank you for
bringing
what
me
you
on,
have
guys.
done for us so
Appreciate it.
far.
All of you guys. Even
We are
the PA guys,
very
you know,
very
thanks for
excited
bringing
to
me in.
see where this brand takes us in the future. You
Watch
know,
out.
with the
Watch
XFFL,
out.
Jada's always up to something.
money, baby.
Jada's
60
always
G's,
up to
baby.
something. So,
Ireland, we did it.
Take off the shirt.
Woo! with that being said,
Yeah, rip the
thanks
shot.
for watching CrooksCast, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Glenn.
And I'm sure we'll drop a link to the locker room below.
Yup, squad
Let's
locker
go.
below, everything below. Let's get it.